Say hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to our day.
Welcome to our day.
Good boy.
Welcome to our day. Rock and roll.
That was the best.
Your arm's gonna really ache holding it up like that.
Yeah. Good evening. So, the days have been a little bit jumbled because of the pain in my face, which is currently still there and really hurts. Which also is why there's not much content. But as I was going through the comments whilst I was uploading a vlog today, I realised that it made it sound like we get paid a lot of money.
We don't.
And I just wanted to kind of correct that and just explain how it works here in the UK, because I know we've got like friends from all over the world now. But basically what I mean by the vaccine that Sophie and I have just had, it's just been banned in the UK for under 30s.
I'm under 30. Does that mean I'm not going to get my second dose?
I don't know. Obviously, I've just turned 30. I don't know if it's 30 and under or what. Huh. Well, that's thrown us in a loop.
Yeah.
I wonder how... Oh. Well, we might just have to wait and see what happens there then. Oh, how stupid. Because of like the whole clot fears, even though they had proven that it's got no link.
Yeah, but now they're suddenly saying it has. Like, do you think they can look at their minds?
This was my worry about the vaccine. Like,
they didn't
obviously
know.
I was going to take it anyway, but we didn't know the consequences long term. Who is it?
Don't know, mobile number.
Yeah, we don't know what was going to happen in a few weeks or a few months, because...
Or even years down the line, you just don't know.
And now my fears are coming true.
Yeah.
But yes, what I was meaning... I'm so glad we captured that.
Oh, that was beautiful. That was the floppiest yawn I've ever seen.
So what Sophie and I get is a couple of benefits from the government. So the main one... Dixie, you're pushing me out the bed, baby girl.
I know.
So the main one is
No.
what's called employment support allowance. We get the marriage component of that, and basically we're in a support group of this, which is basically there for those that are on long-term sick and have gone through multiple assessments by GPs and external people who basically declare that we aren't fit for work. Mine, obviously, because of physical and mental health, and for Sophie, it's her mental health.
Technically, we are both eligible separately But for some reason, they don't have to pay you as much if you are a couple. And literally, the split second we started living together,
they stopped. They changed it over.
They changed it over, and we get less money now.
The reason why we get less money, even though there's two of us, is they state that it's easier to...
It's cheaper to
buy food and things
for two people than it is for one.
Which is ridiculous, because for one person you just put the other half of a meal in the freezer. So yeah, that's a bit ridiculous. And obviously, two people, you use more electricity and God knows what else. But that's the way our government thinks of it.
Yeah.
And with this money, we get it every fortnight. This is our income, basically. This is what they think is the equivalent for what we would get if we were working. The next thing is Soph gets money from the government, which is a carers fund, because Soph, she works 37.5 hours a week or more, more than 37.5 hours or more a week, looking after me day and night. So this falls into the remit of being an unpaid carer. So by this, what it is that Soph doesn't go out and she doesn't choose to be a carer and look after somebody else.
Yeah, so I'm not employed by someone to be a carer.
No, she stays at home, and this is it's basically a goodwill gesture from the government for Soph being a carer, and for them to not have to pay
to bring a carer in, basically.
This money is actually quite disgusting, because not the money itself, but the way the government thinks of it, because technically Soph gets paid below what a minimum wage of anybody in the UK would be working, which just goes to show how much the government think of those that care for their loved ones.
And it's not just a case of even to the extent of if I was to be working a 9 to 5, it doesn't
it wouldn't add up.
No. So it's not just a case of, well, they're not going to be paying for 24 hours a day kind of thing. It's not even that. They don't even pay
I think it's just over £200 a month for Soph being an unpaid carer. Which, when you think of a full-time job, people don't get paid £200.
No.
And the thing is, this money is supposed to be there to fund for me to have a carer. So if Soph chose to go to work, I would get this money to pay for somebody to come in. However, like we've just said, this isn't even minimum wage. So for me to pay for somebody to come in, it wouldn't cover it.
No, so you'd maybe get an hour in the morning, an hour in the evening if you're lucky for that.
Which, for me, I don't have set care needs. I need it unpredictable day and night, which is why Soph chose to look after me instead of going out for employment. But on the other hand as well, she's also got the mental health side of it, which is why she also isn't going to work. Yes. The other money that we get is our disability, and this doesn't actually get classified as an income in the UK. So that money's there to kind of support us because we're disabled.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter who you are, does it? If whether you work or not, it
doesn't get added into
it. It's not income. I can't remember how they describe it, but it's not income related kind of thing.
So Soph gets the care component of that because I help her with her mental health. For me, I get the care component and the physical component. However, the motability side of it, the physical side of it, we don't actually see any of that money. That goes straight into a car company because they fund our car. Because without our beast, we wouldn't get around.
No, like we wouldn't be able to make it to appointments and stuff or anything.
We couldn't even go to the shop.
No.
Because for us to purchase a car that has this kind of funding sort of system for my wheelchair, we just couldn't fund it. So in the UK, there's this little scheme thing called Motability, and under that you can either rent basically a Motability scooter or a wheelchair, or you could kind of rent a car. For some people, like if you rent a car or a wheelchair, a scooter or a wheelchair, you only have to then pay for whatever it costs, and then you would get the leftover of money.
So like if you were somebody who lived in London, that would be a lot better for you, really.
Like to get like a Motability scooter or something.
Yeah, because you wouldn't need a car in London.
No, well, most parts of London.
Yeah.
So yeah, you would pay for the Motability scooter and then you would get the rest of the money for yourself. So for some people with their cars, the cars don't cost the full amount of your Motability. For us, because of the size of the vehicle and how much it costs, it means that all of the Motability goes into the car. So we actually then only get the care component, which, because of it not being part of the income, that's kind of there to like buy equipment and have other ways of helping you to be able to live comfortably with your disabilities, or your mental health stuff, to try and fund that. So some people, like if they get the care component, so Sophie was living on her own and she got the care component, she could actually use that money to have somebody come in and help her, because it's not part of the disposable income. So yeah, we don't get like a ton of money, and the reason why I said in the last vlog that we get paid weekly is because it gets split out. So like, say for example, the first week we would get the employment support allowance, which is our income. The next week we would get the disability money come in, which is like once every 4 weeks.
Only for one of us.
No, we both get disability.
On the same week?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
I don't...
Soph doesn't understand the money at all.
No, I get confused. Really
which comes under the reason why she gets the care component, because she doesn't understand money. So yeah, the second week we would get the disability. The third week we would get the second half of our ESA, because that's fortnightly. And then on the fourth week is when Sophie gets the carers. So the thing with it, the reason why I called it our difficult week, is because obviously the carers is a lot less money, but on top of that, it doesn't come out equally like the rest of the month. So for the rest of the month, it's every 7 days, whereas with the care component, nope, the carers allowance, I think there's an 11-day gap between the tiny amount of money between then and when it kicks in then with the next ESA. So for us, that's like 11 days of us living off barely little any money.
Yeah,
and get food
of the way
and stuff.
The bills come out and stuff. It just doesn't leave us.
Yeah,
well.
So that's what I mean by like struggling with money on that time, and with the fact that we get paid like every week. It's basically, if someone was to get a wage every month, so they would get it every 4 weeks. That is basically divided up per week for us, instead of it coming in one lump sum at the beginning or end of the month.
Motion detected at the front door.
Which, if it was all, if they could have done it like that, so like, if it was all added together and then like split out between weeks, it would be much easier, because then it would be even each week.
Yeah.
But no, obviously it doesn't work like that. So.
Yeah. So we get the same amount as what somebody who would be working, but we just get it spread over every week instead of every 4 weeks. So I just wanted to clarify that we're not like rolling in money.
No. You say that we get the same amount as somebody that's working.
Like a minimum wage working.
Yeah.
Not like an executive job where they get like £120,000 a year or something. We don't get that. Per year we barely get like £13,000, I think it is. So it's quite a small amount. It's not, I mean, I got paid more per year when I was working as a carer basically with the NHS compared to what we get now. The holidays that we've been on, like the big week ones, that's funded for Soph being a carer.
Yeah, so like it's a grant that I can get. So obviously it doesn't come out of our money at all.
So if Soph didn't get these grants, which is supposed to be like a break for her, but she can take me with her, we would never have holidays, because we get that little amount of money that we can't afford holidays. And then with this one being allergic to so much, like her food a month is just shy of £60. And that's for 12 kilograms, I think it is.
Yeah.
Which, when you think that a lot of people, they can get 12 kilograms of food for £12 or something like that, because she's allergic to so much, it's
literally
60.
our only option in terms of food, isn't it?
Yeah. And then obviously we've got to pay for the vet bills for her medication, the insurance stuff to pay for other vet stuff, and then we also do a monthly thing for each girl, which is like £14 each, which covers things like vaccines and the fleaing and worming. So our biggest expense is the girls, but they're our life.
Exactly.
And
I don't think either of us would be alive right now, to be
No.
honest, if we didn't have the girls.
I'm also really lucky that for all the craft stuff that we buy, I buy it, I get a grant for it. In 2015, I was in the mental health hospital for like 5-6 months or something, and I was under a section, and there's this grant for people that do go under a section 3. A lot of people don't know about it, but initially I was having that grant to go horse riding, and then I injured my back and then went on oxygen as well. So that grant got changed over to be able to fund crafting stuff, which helps keep my mental health on like an even keel. It just keeps me ticking along because of distracting and whatever else. So yeah, we don't fund any of the craft stuff either. I mean, that grant is going to be ending soon, because of having been discharged from the mental health team unexpectedly and not agreed by us.
That's a whole nother situation.
Yeah. So yeah, we are quite lucky in terms of the money that we get and the funding that we get and whatever else. But with having these things, it's actually what keeps us alive and keeps us sane and a bit of a normal life, to like compared to what others have as well, to like able-bodied people that are able to go to work and things like that. This bits of money really helps with that. So yeah, I just thought it would be nice to kind of explain that side of it. If you have any questions, obviously don't like hesitate to ask. We've kind of been in the system a long time now.
Yeah.
So obviously if you are in the UK and you're struggling, we're happy to help as much as we can. Obviously don't take our word as like, what's the word?
Law?
It's not like gospel. It's not like this is what will happen, when it will happen, and what you will get. We can help you from our experience.
Yeah, but that's it. We can't.
Yeah.
We don't know everything. Obviously.
No. So, yeah, feel free to ask any questions if you want, and we'll just answer them and offer advice to the best of our knowledge. Yeah. So I'm going to go take some more pain relief for my face and finish this resin because my face is starting to hurt because I've just spoken a lot as well. So, thanks for coming on today with us, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Good night.